Are you researching washers and dryers for your RV and wondering which one works best? In this video, I go over how the Splendide 2100XC vented combo unit works, things you need to consider before buying a washer and dryer for your RV to make sure you don't make a buying mistake that's going to cost you some money in the future, and tips for doing your laundry. Hi, I'm Erica with Radar Road Warriors. We are in our mid-bunk room. It's small, it's a little dark. I'm trying the best I can to get some good footage. Now let's get into it. When we were researching washers and dryers, I was afraid that the vented combo unit was not going to dry my clothes, and that is completely false. My clothes come out piping hot and they are clean. We travel in our 2020 open range 371 MBH, and the washer and dryer is located in the mid-bunk room. This can be a bedroom, an office, or the laundry room. It's multi-purpose, and that's one of the reasons we bought this model, is because the laundry was not in the bedroom and we could use this area as a mudroom if we needed. I'm breaking this video into 3 sections for you. The first is going to be things you need to consider before buying a washer and dryer for your RV to make sure you make the correct buying decision, which works best for your situation. Next is going to be how the Splendide 2100 combo vented unit actually works. And last is going to be tips for doing your laundry. You'll find timestamps in the YouTube description below, so if you expand the description, you'll see the time. You just press on it and we'll hop to that section. And I also linked all the products and more information for you down below, so make sure you check that out. Now let's talk laundry. Everyone's laundry needs are different, so what works for us might not work for your family. I'm going to show you how this unit works, and you can take that information and apply it to your situation. So I'm going to let you know how we travel. It is my husband and I traveling in the RV by ourselves. We travel to job sites across the United States, and we have a large generator and lots of tools on board, which create a lot of weight. We can't add a lot of weight to our unit. My husband works construction, and he comes home dirty, like really dirty sometimes. I think he rolled in the mud. And he also wears really thick work pants that won't rip easy on the job. On our time off, we like to hike and exercise, so that means our clothes are sweaty and smelly, and we can really only get one use out of them and we have to wash them. We'll work really odd late hours sometimes, so having the combo unit that's less weight and having the ability to wash clothes on our schedule when it's convenient for us works best for our situation. Now we're going to go into some of the questions you need to ask yourself to make sure that you get a washer and dryer unit that works best for your family. You need to know the weight of the washer and dryer. How much weight can you add into your RV? Do you need a combo unit like us, where it weighs less than if you had a washer and dryer separately? If you're stationary, you probably don't need to worry about weight that much, but if you're driving down the road, you need to worry about your towing capacity. How much space is your unit going to take up? Can you afford to have a washer and dryer separately, or would a combo unit work best where you have some more shelving space like we do here? How many people are you going to be washing clothes for? Do you have a family of 6 people, or do you have 2 just like us? How many loads are you going to need to go through a day? How dirty do your clothes get when you wear them? Do you have a toddler that's out rolling in the mud, or are your clothes cleaner because you're just traveling a lot and you might be able to get a couple uses out of them before you need to launder them? Do you plan on using the campground facilities or local laundromats once in a while, or do you want to get everything done in your washer and dryer in your RV? Just FYI that most RV size washers and dryers cannot fit a full size like king or queen size comforter to wash it. So if you do get one, you're probably going to have to use other facilities once in a while. Where is the hookup for your washer and dryer in your RV? Is it in the bedroom where it's on the end of the RV? Is it in a toy hauler in the garage? Or is it located in the middle of your RV like ours is in the mid-bunk room? Now I hear a lot of people complain on Facebook groups that when the spin cycle is happening in the washer, their RV shakes a lot. If your washer and dryer is located in the front of the RV, you're going to have a lot more movement, whereas in the middle, you're not going to have as much movement. And it also depends on how good your stabilizers are. Now I'm going to show you how the Splendide vented combo unit works. We're going to wash a load of clothes and show you how much clothes can actually fit in the drum. So I have a pair of leggings, Fabletics, a long sleeve shirt, a pair of thick pajama pants, some socks, pair of pants, another pair of pants. So we fit 4 pair of pants, a long sleeve shirt, some socks, all in the drum. I'm going to show you how the unit works. First off, come up here, awesome cameraman. We have these numbers right here, and then over here on the sheet, I highly recommend that you save this quick operating guide. I laminated mine. It shows you what the cycles are. So 1 through 5 is cotton, next one's permanent press and gentle cycle. Let's go back up here. So 1 is going to be the highest spinning, the most amount of water, and this is also the one you're going to use with bleach. And this is going to be your next best, the next one, the quickest. You're going to use all these for cottons, and then 5 is if you just want dry time. Then these numbers are the permanent press, and these ones are the gentle. The ones that aren't colored, the 5, 10, and 13, those are all dry cycles. The middle section is where you're going to put your laundry soap. Over to the right is your fabric softener, and then if you're using bleach, you would put it over here on the left. To start washing the clothes, we have the fabric softener and soap in. We're going to hit the on button, and then when you do this, it's going to blink dry. That means that the dry cycle is going to happen after the washer. If you don't want the dry time to happen, you would turn this to off and it stops blinking. I do want the dryer to start, and you have all the times right here. It's in 20-minute increments. So I'm going to say 80 minutes dry time. I want it on low heat, so I'll set that. And then this one right here is your wash temperature. I'm going to leave it on warm. There's no bleach in here, but I do have some heavier fabrics and I want it to wash a little bit more, so I'll turn it to 2. And then I just hit start. It's going to lock the door, and then water is going to start going in the drum. This unit doesn't use barely any water, so you're not going to see a normal amount of water as you would in a normal washer. If you need to add an item, you're going to hit the on-off button. It's going to unlock the door. You can add it, and then hit it again, and it will continue with its cycle. If you need to clear the cycle completely out, you're going to hold the start button. Now the door is open and you're back to the beginning where it's saying that the dry time's on here and you can start whatever cycle that you need. When you're using the unit, it's really important to use the HE, which is high efficiency soap. This creates less sudding, and if you use other soap, you're going to mess up the machine. You also cannot use dryer sheets in there. You have to use the fabric softener, and what the fabric softener does is make sure the clothes fall off the drum so they can loosely fall during the drying cycle, and it prevents wrinkles. On the instructions, it says to use 1 to 2 tablespoons of powder detergent or liquid equivalent. The liquid equivalent is 1/4 to 1/2 tablespoon per load. Be honest, I've been using 1 tablespoon because 1/2 just seems like not enough, but if you use too much, you are going to mess up your machine. There's no lint trap, and the instructions say to make sure you check the vent and the dryer ducting to make sure it's lint free. It says it's so gentle on clothes it doesn't need a lint trap because it produces very little lint, and the self-cleaning pump does the work for you. We do add this to our monthly maintenance to go out and check the lint trap, and we also every quarter take the ducting apart and see if there's any lint in there, because it's still a little bit like, I don't know, it does create some lint, but nothing like your normal household dryer. If you're picking up some tips from this video, please hit the like button so other people can find it as well. So, tips for doing laundry. Don't overstuff the drum. This unit works great, and the people who are having problems with it are putting way too much laundry in the drum. When you do that, it cannot launder correctly, it can't rinse the soap out, and it tangles everything up and makes everything into a wrinkly mess. At the same time, this unit will not wash as large of a load that you are used to. This unit can hold about 3 bath towels or 1 fitted sheet, 1 top sheet, and a couple pillowcases. You need to do your laundry more often and don't let it pile up. We usually do 1 to 2 loads a day to keep up. It's going to take between 2 to 3 hours, usually 3 hours, to complete a cycle, which would be washing and drying the clothes. Now, if I'm home all day, I can do about 4 loads if I keep up on it. But because it's going to take a long time, you also need to plan out your water usage. You're not going to be able to do laundry and shower. You're not going to have enough water pressure. And if you just use the washer and you have a small hot water tank and you're using a hot water setting to wash them, you're also going to reduce the amount of hot water you have, so you don't want to jump in the shower right afterwards because you're not going to get a very warm shower. You will naturally learn how to do your dishes and when to take showers around the laundry cycles for your family. I picked up this tip from another YouTube channel and it works great. Thank you, Salty Escapes. If you have a unit like ours where you put the soap and fabric softeners underneath a ledge, it's really hard to get to. And it's also hard to measure out the half tablespoon, depending on if you're using dry soap or liquid soap, and get it into the hole. So if you're using liquid and you put it into a bottle and pump it in, it works a lot better. Now on here I write laundry soap and how many pumps it equals a tablespoon. And then I have one for the soap and one for the fabric softener. And when we started, I used this little bottle, method bottle, and I had to use 11 pumps for 1 tablespoon. This one is 2 pumps for 1 tablespoon, and it got really old pumping this a whole bunch of times. I definitely recommend a larger bottle where you have to use less pumps, and then you can just measure this into a tablespoon to see how many pumps it takes. And then you don't have to remember how many times. You just write it on the bottle and you're good to go whenever you do laundry. To help keep your clothes wrinkle-free, you can set the combo unit to not dry once the wash ends, so you can open it up, or you can just open the door when the drying part starts and shake your clothes out to make sure they're not all balled up. You know, a lot of times sheets or pants will get all wrapped around each other and they'll dry wrinkles right into them if they can't freely move. And if I'm washing things like my leggings or other items that I can hang up to dry with my cottons, I'll take out the ones I'm going to let air dry, and this frees up space in the dryer and it lets everything else bounce around and helps dry them better. I purchased some hard dryer balls for the combo unit. I used to use the wool ones in my sticks and bricks, now they're a cat toy. And I thought that that might soak up water because it has to go through the washer in the dryer, so I thought the hard balls would work better. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I'm using. I keep them in there for the whole washing and drying cycle, and I have no problems with it. The Splendide combo unit does not de-wrinkle thick, heavy work pants. These are my husband's Duluth. These are 97% cotton, 3% spandex, and they're the Flex Fire Hose. These wrinkle up like crazy. I stopped washing these in the Splendid. We'll wash these at the campground washer and dryer, or if we're mooch docking at someone's house, but these take so much time, and no matter how much I try to shake them out, de-wrinkle them, I still have to iron them and steam them so he doesn't look like a wrinkly mess.
Hey, this is Steve. I stole Erica's camera in the middle of her doing a laundry video, and I have my heavy-duty work pants in a washer right now. Yes, the ones I'm forbidden from washing because they come out one wrinkly, balled up mess. I am going to freak her out, and you will want to watch the outtakes to see her reaction. I'll make sure this all gets edited in.
So with that, another thing we are doing when we're buying clothes, we are getting rid of items that are thicker that don't wash very well, and we're replacing them with items that do. Now his work clothes he has to have, I understand that, but for casual clothes, so instead of wearing this type of material from Duluth, we go with the dry on the fly. These you can wash, hang up outside, they'll dry on themselves, they'll de-wrinkle, and it makes doing laundry a lot easier. Most of the materials that we wear come out without wrinkles, but for the items that do, we spray some de-wrinkler spray on them, and then we shake them and pull out the wrinkles as best as we can, smooth out the material and fold it, and that usually helps a lot to get rid of the wrinkles. And then if we do have wrinkles, I have this super cute iron, oh my gosh, it's so cool, that I can use. It doesn't take up much room. And then the hand steamer, this is an absolute must because I really don't like ironing. You just hang the stuff on the back of the door, steam it, pull out the wrinkles, fold it, and you're good to go. I wash everything I can inside the Splendid unit, but I will do my husband's work clothes in a different washer and dryer, and I also like doing all the pet beds and little blankets that they have in a normal washer and dryer because this doesn't have a lint trap, and I feel that dryers with a lint trap does a better job of getting the cat hair off of stuff. I always take a lint brush and defur it as much as possible so there's not much cat hair on there, but I still prefer to do the cat items in a normal washer and dryer. Now a bonus tip, when you need to heat something up, say that you did your clothes the night before and they're cold and you just want to heat something up, go out the door, make sure you turn the unit on to number 5 first. That's what I use for the cotton drying. What will happen, and you will remember this when you do it over and over again, you'll be like, oh, that was a bonus tip. You'll think that the dryer was just on, so you just gotta pop it back in, hit start, and what happens is you're going to start the wash cycle all over again and then dry it. So instead of waiting 5-10 minutes for your clothes to get warm and get some wrinkles out, you're gonna have to spend 3 hours because it's gonna wash and dry the whole thing all over again. You'll find links to the products I talked about in the description below, and I also linked a Splendid guide for you so you can easily click that and find specific answers to your questions like how much water it uses, how much electricity, and all the things that are going to be specific to your lifestyle. And if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hey, Erica.
What?
Are you working on your laundry video?
Yeah.
Is this the one that you've been saving, that method bottle of fabric softener I keep trying to throw out?
Yeah, for like 6 months.
Does that mean we finally get to throw it away and stop hauling it around the country?
Yeah, you can throw it away now. I got my B-roll.
Yes, success.
We used a wrinkle. She heard the word cat, and she's here. This little picture of diesel that you got is so cute.
Hey, I'm gonna go outside and start working on my safe video. You know, the center console thing, start putting in there.
What are you wearing?
My pants.
No. It is 90 degrees outside, and you do not need to wear those for the safe video.
They'll steam dry.
Why? Why do you have wrinkly
It's
pants
fine,
on?
you're in a campground, who cares?
No.
You don't know these people?
Take them off right now and put on something else.
Say cheese!
Oh, you jerk.